I have just pressed publish on episode 1 of this playthrough. I am a little bit intrigued as to what kind of reception it is going to get. I had to leave a Discord earlier because there was one person just absolutely bitching and moaning about how it's not my Metroid, which was kind of pathetic, frankly. I don't like the fact that you get an item and then you can't use it straight away and you have to go somewhere else to get it unlocked. Just like what in Metroid Zero mission, when you found the unidentified items that you couldn't use until later in the game. Like that. Nah. I'm just going to keep on playing because I'm having a good time. I need to read these logbooks, I think. I should have done that off camera, actually, because if I try and do it on camera, I'll be tempted to try and read it out. And the problem with that is that it's just going to wreck my throat faster. Nice to see you. Oh no, that's not an eye. That's a gate. Am I getting some audio delay? I am. Hold on. That's weird. I haven't been getting audio delay before. One second. Huh. Maybe I have been getting audio delay before and I just not noticed it. Oh, that's annoying because I've got 3 episodes edited and rendered and uploaded, or uploading. It's like, well, I'm going to have to go and check now. Right, we'll do this again. There we go. I needed to restart OBS. I'm just wondering actually whether I had left OBS running overnight while I had got videos rendering. Maybe that was what messed it up. I went and checked my previous videos and thank God the audio isn't out of sync and I hadn't noticed. But because of the way I edit, and I use the word edit very, very loosely, as many of you will know, I don't check every second of every piece of footage. I check the start, I check the end, I check for any moments where I know I've had a break of some description. But that's generally quite easy to do. Right, was this the way that we came down? Yes. Yes, it was. Yeah, that sounds better. Right, so somewhere, that's a save station. Somewhere. Why could we not get through here? No power. That doesn't work. They don't tend to hide things in save rooms. So that's all we can do on that one. So, can't just walk through it. Just had to check. I guess. Hold on. Let's be sensible. Let's use the actual map. It looks like there's a... Ah! Hey! Missile expansion. Oops. Why did I take damage then? Ah, everything is a if you're brave enough. Ah! Ding. Ding, ding. Oh, I need one of 4, do I? Test capsule. Contains a blood sample. Nice. Contains samples of poisonous liquid. Wonderful. That looks like the lot in there, doesn't it? None of that. Take that, crates. Okay, we've got some locks. Got a number of things that we've scanned already. Yep. Get rid of all of these while we're here. Look, fair range on it. Transport carts. Oh, that looks like a spider. No, that's not a spider ball ramp. Part of the cryopod rail system. We were so close. It seemed like we had succeeded in disabling the problematic genes and also resetting the cells, causing the rapid proliferation process to replicate normal genetic information and restore their state. However, for some reason, we were unable to stabilize it. The subjects reverted. Right now, I want to check over the genetic analysis to see if there were any problems in our process. I do not want this setback to have been for nothing. Green energy dosage results show no significant benefits at this time. Essentially, a rapid increase in cellular proliferation speed and a doubling of the number of cells increases growth and affects vitality. But why has this vector taken such an abnormal turn, and what can be done to shift it back to its original direction? Our time is limited, and I'm worried about our remaining stockpiles. My name is Targoon, and I'm a researcher at this facility. I'm writing this to have a record of my experiments. When the Great Tragedy occurred, many fled the danger within the research centre. However, at the guidance of Priest Chatoya, a few of us stayed in order to perform analysis of and experiments on Griever anatomy. Our hope is to reverse the transformation by administering a solution of processed green energy to subjects brought to the facility. So are grievers kind of unnatural evolutions of the people? Vishtator wants to install something in this room. Apparently it will be a gift to the one who will become our saviour at some point in the future. Do we not need a saviour right now? If our efforts are not the priority, then do the Lemorn have a future? All we can do right now is continue the experiments and believe that we will see results. I pray for the day when I can leave this dark, freezing lab and walk under the sun again. That's problematic. I'm assuming that the thing installed in the room where we first picked this up is actually something that I found. Because if not... Cryopods containing subjects are arriving at the lab almost daily. The pods put them into cold hibernation and maintain minimal life functions. Operation of the cooling equipment has been deemed absolutely essential, so the system has been designed to continue functioning even if the entire facility were to fall into low power mode. Similarly, thorough inspection and repair of cryopods is one of our highest priority tasks. Yeah, this place just went to shit, didn't it? Right, so for the future, demajen, read the logs when you find them, because they might offer hints that there's a thing you need to grab. That's not the scan visor button at all, is it? Huh. For players who... Hold on. Oh, we have seen this. For players who are gameplay first and exploration second, I can see how some sections in this game might be a little bit not what you want. But as I've said before, when it comes to sci-fi games, I'm very much an exploration player. I love seeing what people have come up with. Since the lab experiments began, several subjects have been brought in each day. The lab is close to capacity, and tragically, countless brethren have lost their lives while securing these subjects. I think we should stop gathering subjects, if only because our restoration experiments have thus far been unsuccessful. Semi-permanent dormancy. Oh, that's a door. Okay, that's some ice to melt. That's a claw. That claw. I've done it again. Have I scanned one of them? Yeah. The hatchway. Aha. Oh, we're probably going to need to melt the ice before we do this, aren't we? Yes, no? Oh, hello. Battery depletion ultimately led to specimen's death. It has frozen completely. Yeah, so they've got 4 arms. So they're Lemorn, but after the effects of the acids or the green stuff. Don't really need the notifications on. Can I do something about that? Right, hopefully that will... What did that actually do? Oh, it lowered this one. Completely frozen due to the drop in the laboratory temperature, no life signs detected. Yeah, you can actually see this bit here looks like the kind of moth antennae thing of the Lemorn. So they're called grievers because they are grieving for these people that they have lost, I assume, through this mutation. I'm assuming this is going to have one of the genetic pieces. Like this little effect with the stuff coming out of the grates. Can we get down there? I don't think so. That was the door closing, not an ambush. Oh! Okay. Nice little bit of the old isolation horror. That was one that we'd read, wasn't it? Okay, back to the main. Why's that one yellow and this one's pink? Breakthrough. We may have had a breakthrough today. Until now, we've presumed that the physical transformation was triggered by something in the crystals causing compositional changes in the GE, green energy, which would in turn cause an abnormality in gene transcription. Yet that is not the case. In actuality, an unused region of the brain linked with the crystals is stimulated, and as a result, genes that would normally have stayed pseudogenes were transcribed. I now wonder, are we unlocking a blocked evolutionary branch? This would mean the great tragedy was merely one possible evolution of one potential future. So with that in mind, what would happen if, when administering GE, we disabled those genes at the moment that the rapid cellular proliferation is triggered? There should be sufficient value in attempting this to justify altering the Balsali system's programming. So they were messing with DNA. Which, you know, always goes very, very well in sci-fi. There we go. I could hear the sound. Gone now. A low droning of "there's an item nearby." That's not the right button. Balsalai system, primarily used to perform experimental autopsies. Great. Stretchers. Storage shutter. I thought when it said Balsalai system it was referring to a star system. But that is clearly not the case. Turn that back on. Uh-oh. Ah, it's cool, kind of flower opening. Containing a TK code. Nice. Ultra high performance multiprocessor, 145 installed surgical tools. Not just for autopsies. I'm seeing a lot of these hatches. And we can't yet do anything with them. But they're too obvious, and also they're marked on the minimap, so... Research samples. Awakening. Subject is in hibernation in the cryopod. Its metabolism is at minimum levels. Unfortunately, we are unable to perform the experiments we'd like with the subject in this state. If the subject's metabolic function is inactive, a reversal of its rapid cellular proliferation cannot occur. First, we must wake the subject and restore its normal metabolic function. This also means restoration of consciousness, so appropriate sedation will be critical. So they ended up assuming my theory is correct, which I'm reasonably certain it is. They were performing experiments on mutated versions of their own kind. Yeah, the Lemorn were one branch that evolved, and the Grievers were not allowed to. Until the technology had advanced far enough that actually they started messing around with it. We were enclosed after an experimental Lemorn restoration procedure. Yeah, so they were trying to turn them back. So when we saw, or when we scanned the very first Griever earlier, and it was talking about the different types collapse, and there was that hint that there was going to be more to it. Yes. And again. It's a good job that's a fancy charge shot rather than using missiles. But it does use energy, as shown by the bars on the side. Assuming this door doesn't work and we're going through the vents. Oh! Oh, I didn't actually mean to... Ha! Got both of you. Ice has thickened over time. Okay. Low power. Oh, that's a grapple point. Aha! That's what we wanted. Wonderful. 4 out of 4. Tracks the state of the contained specimen and sends data to a database. Ooh. Analysis. We are monitoring subjects who have had GE administered here. Regardless of GE concentration, there do not appear to be any significant differences. We see regeneration without an apparent mutation to alter the cells. Furthermore, no matter how deep our analysis, we have yet to see any apparent chromosome abnormalities. It is almost as if they are natural creatures. Put another way, if we were to judge based on DNA, there are no significant differences between them and us. What is going on? Are they from like a different dimension? Is that what's happened here? Yeah, we've been thrust into a different dimension, and they've evolved differently in parallel dimensions, and now their barriers are crossing over. Extended neglect. What's with the... What's with the audio? That's horrible. Right, we've got all the... Oh yeah, you. How are we getting to you? Huh. A map. Give me a hint. Huh. That looks fairly closed off, doesn't it? Maybe we just need to turn the facility back on. Right. bum bum bum. Resignation. Our resources are running very low and we are almost out of the chemicals needed for research and experiments. At the same time, progress remains at a standstill. Naturally, there is a rising sense of panic and resignation. We cannot hope for more chemicals to arrive, and if we use up what we have before the experiment succeeds... No, even if it succeeds, and with what we have left, we are losing researchers. Everyone is likely thinking the same thing. So, are all the grievers outside what remains of Le Morne? They've kind of regressed and become psychic beings?
Looks like you made it through another floor. You're getting close to the generator.
I don't think I really needed that piece of dialogue, but... Okay, they just get one shot by the fire shot, because of course they do. Cool, spinny things. Wind turbines, in fact. Kind of makes sense that they'd power this with wind. It does make me think of Jean-Luc Picard with the whole make it so thing with Samus's left hand. Oh! I need to try and scan those from afar, I think. Oh, it's a gondola. Okay. I think I'm going down here, aren't I? Oh, am I going across these rickety bridges? Great. Oh, we are getting moved by those. Oh! How am I getting that energy tank? Oh, hold on. Psychic grapple points? Yeah, they are literally just called psychic grapple points. Okay, how do I latch onto them? Oh, jeez. You can really feel that. Huh. Wait, is the grapple different from the lasso? Yeah, see, it specifically says psychic grapple, and we don't have the psychic grapple. We have a lasso. Huh? Oh shit! Oh my god! I can't make that jump. Hold on. No! Shit! Woohoo! We're not getting back there, are we? Gondola control terminal, currently offline. That's a surprise. I assume we're probably going to take the gondola, however. Do these things just respawn? Yes. They're everywhere. I see the things on the ceiling. Shutter linked to a bomb slot. Aha! Dartwing! Bat variant with evolved arm and leg patagia. Patagia? Don't know. Bomb slots. Records. There is little more we can do. Every experiment has ended in failure and the results remain unchanged. If we put the facility into low power mode, it should remain intact for as long as there are maintenance tanks to look after it. We can leave behind our records, but will anyone ever see them? And if so, will they succeed where we could not? No, this is not the time for doubt. We must do everything we can. Huh. Do I actually have to properly get up there? Oh, it's because it's not online. Because we need to turn the power on, which is what we're here for. Data archives. Medical records. Biogenic and bioform studies. That's a bomb slot. Data on past laboratory experimentation and research on bioforms. Treatment examination. Psychic experimentation and genetic transformation research and development. Video log backups of experimentation and treatments. Transport tube for moving small cargo. Oh, that's an electric lock, isn't it? That's not a grapple point. Save room? Save room. Am I to assume it's boss time? Not yet. Query. We've finally reached the end of our resources. Tomorrow we will abandon this lab and, at Troy's instruction, move to Chrono Tower, built in Sol Valley. We will not be able to save our brethren. Why could we not find a way to stabilise the Griever cells when they reverted to their Lemorn counterparts? What did we miss? I will ponder this for the rest of my life. Ah. I'm just going to take all that damage. I thought I should have been able to jump back up there, but there was a little lip that I got caught on. Oh, damn it. Huh. Out of scanning range. Main generator. That's a record log. Fair. Just now the main generator has stopped. This means that the boiler we use for heat will also stop. The temperature will drop and I expect the facility will be frozen solid. The area will switch to low power mode, which uses wind energy. This should be enough to maintain operation of the cryopods in which our brethren sleep. I believe we've done everything we could here, but ultimately we could not save our kind. I am overwhelmed with helplessness. I trust the words of Chitoya, that someday our saviour will appear. All I can do right now is pray. I am Targun, and I am utterly defeated. Well, that sucks. More magnetic turbine. we go. Oh. That's a shot expansion, isn't it? So we have a psychic spider whale. Only used by one who has the psychic spider ball. Everything is psychic. Ah. Links the generator startup device to the bomb slot used for its activation. Ah. Aha! I've solved this simple puzzle. All systems appear normal. That's probably not going to last, is it? Gasp. And malfunction due to extended disuse. Okay. Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Nope. Have to time it better than that, damn it. Ah! Damn it! Gotcha. Let there be lights.
Hey, you got the power back on.
I did.
Rendezvous up top and we'll talk next steps.
It's literally just a solid piece that goes down. Okay. Down we go. But... There's an energy tank. How do I get to you, energy tank? Right, it looks like I'm actually going through here and round. Yeah, okay. Bing, 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 bing. Looks like we've got space for quite a number of energy tanks. Right. So actually this was just a side passage. And what we would need to be doing is not getting really close to those giant fans. I'm going to need to come back here at some point with the psychic spider ball. Oops. Oh, the colour palette shift is... really changes the ambience of the place, doesn't it? That's not the scan. The device it controls is frozen. Do I need to unfreeze it, or is it just there for flavour? Uh-oh. I'm going to assume it's just there for flavour. Bold assumption. We shall find out how the next part of this adventure goes next time. Yeah, I'm still really enjoying this. It feels... because of how I'm playing it, it feels quite methodical. I'm not going to say slow because I think that does it a disservice. It's methodical. You know, you get to a new area, you scan all the things, you read all the lore, you find out a bit more about what's going on, you build up those layers, then you do whatever the puzzle is in the area, and so on and so forth. It's a tried and tested formula. Whether that will be what people want or not, I don't know. I can't remember enough about the original games to say, oh yeah, this is sticking to the same formula or not. But these I'm going to call them dungeons for want of a better word. These zones they're like, I'm not going to say that they're self-contained because they're all, you know, working towards a different objective, as in different key each time. But I can already see all of the different bits and pieces, like, oh yeah, we need to come back, we need to come back, we need to backtrack, we'll be coming back here with this, we'll be coming back here with that. And I like that. That's exactly how a Metroid game should be. You know, Metroid games realistically are quite linear. And then you reach a certain point where you've got things that you can go back and get other bits and pieces, and that's just the formula. So yeah, this is ticking all the appropriate boxes for me. It is kind of a shame that I'm having to play it in short bursts though, because throat says nah, but I've got to stop complaining about it. I'm drinking plenty of fluids whilst I'm playing, so yeah. Hopefully you are enjoying watching and experiencing and all of that kind of stuff, if you're not just playing it yourself. Although, to be honest, I imagine most people will have already played it by the time they watch my videos. I'd guess. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this so far. I don't put the... No, I haven't put 3D Metroidvanias on my tier list. And it's too early, really, to say if I was to change that where this would go. But this might be the game that changes that. As I said, Prime, Echoes and Corruption I played in the early 2000s. You know, it's been 20 years since I played those games. I really should probably play Prime Remastered. And the others, because I remember them being good games, but were they miles better than this? As some people have apparently been saying? Couldn't tell you, because it's been 20 years. We'll see. I mean, as I said, I think it was probably last episode, this could horrendously nosedive by the end. Who knows? Let's find out together. Have a great day. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.